2, 1.
Welcome to Antimatters.
Hello everyone. Tetramorium, episode 16 today. They've been ticking over generally pretty nicely. Numbers have continued to grow, but they've taken a moderate hammering in the past few months. Lots has changed in the nest department, some expansions, and large-scale evictions too. Without spoiling too much, the nest is all in a long line now. Let's start at the far left and work our way through. So we have the first of 3 outworlds here. A recent addition. I purchased this from AntCon. This S5 outworld from Wakushi has replaced the S2, 3 and 4 I had all joined together before. The extra space is really appreciated by both me and the girls. I can now clean without Klingons on the starboard bow. It's got 2 lids for getting the hoover in and food, etc. There's plenty of hand room. When I was moving things about last week, I put this tube and junction into the outworld to hopefully get the ants to get out. Unfortunately for me, they have taken up permanent residence. This behaviour became common about 3 weeks ago. They had a large die-off, all due to drowning in DIY City. Its relaxed building standards and experimental nature turned sour. So many ants were dying that the growth of the colony stalled. Eventually I called an end to DIY City and a large-scale Hoover-assisted evacuation took place. Likely 2,000 or 3,000 ants were moved out. They were so calm and well-mannered during the move. A few escaped during the whole ordeal, but they were all returned, and there were only 2 fatalities. Rest in peace. So, back to the S5. It's doing great. Hooked up to it is Gen 2 City. I will be adding 2 more S3 gypsum modules soon. The current nest is quite full, and they've started nurturing brood in the non-gypsum chambers, along with their favourite areas, the gypsum. Likely because heat is driving up the humidity higher than normal in the gypsum areas. It's really warming up outside now, and my living room often hits 29 Celsius. I have to move the leaf cutters when it does. The tetras don't mind the heat and get so busy during the warm afternoons. The whole city is slowly becoming more and more packed. Gen 2 City as a whole is a calm and friendly neighbourhood. Next door to it though is the nest's crazy area. A large Saturn. This is the main road between Gen 2 City and Gen 3 City. It's also their favourite feeding area. They're a pain to clean in here, as you can imagine. I've taken most of the tubes out, and a total of 7 tubes have been raided so far, with loads of queens heading to new homes. The Saturn goes great here in a nest because it has 2 ports, so can go in between what was previously a long tube. On the tube topic, I had issues with over 1 meter lengths of tubes with these tetras. They love brood tubes and fill them with young. Eventually they reduce the airflow, and it's so packed with the thousands of babies giving off humidity that it gets awfully moist. To counter this in mind, I added this Saturn to break up the ever-growing nests. I can also put a fan on top to blow air through the whole system. Hooked up to the other side of the Saturn, down some pipe, is the industrial Gen 3 City. It's quickly becoming the capital city. They're being farmed like cattle in here, but they don't have a clue. They're completely oblivious. I've started raiding the occasional medium gen-free gypsum nest though. One went to Antcon. Congratulations B, and welcome to the Tetramorium Bicarinatum family. The medium gypsums are definitely their favourite nests so far though. The large prototype is proving less popular to the tetras. I think that's because the tetras are totally hooked on the white gypsum though. They'll ignore it until the gypsum has run out. It's not going to take long though. I took 2 medium Gen 3s off full of ants and added 5 more fresh empty ones, and that was 2 weeks ago. They've nearly filled everything back up now though. Gen 3 City is my favourite nest area right now. I can expand it loads in the cabinet and fully expect another 8 medium nests to be added soon. I'd like to start selling them, which opens up the expansion doors. If the ants can help pay for their expansion, I can really reach for the stars. The maximum medium nests I can fit would be 32. That would also require 4 S5 sized outworlds for maximum power. Yeah, I thought about all this much too much. Let's keep going though. The right pipe here leads out the side to the old S4 outworld. This is a temporary outworld as the Saturn XL will be replacing it soon. It's fairly quiet in here compared to the other outworlds, but that's all going to change when it gets expanded. Many queens will likely move into the Saturn XL to avoid the long commute all the way to and from the nest. I'm looking forward to it. The Saturn XL has also got 2 ports, so I can expand out the other side of the Saturn into 8 more mediums and loop them into the cabinet, and then repeat. There's grand things coming though. By their first birthday with me, I think they'll be a real beast of a colony, with their sisters spread far and wide. It makes me really happy. That concludes the tour. I hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching. I hope you and your ants have a great week and bye.